Okay, so you've probably seen this popping up on your social media feed, right? The whole wellness world is buzzing about starting the day with a spoonful of olive oil. Today, we're going to dig into the 5 big reasons behind this trend, and it's all based on a really fascinating article from Citizens of Soil.
And listen, it's not just your favorite influencers pushing this. We are talking major A-listers. I mean, Kourtney Kardashian's doing it, the legendary Sophia Loren has sworn by it for ages, and even Beyoncé invested in a company that makes, get this, drinking olive oil. Yeah, it's safe to say this thing has officially gone mainstream.
Which, of course, brings up the big question, right? Is this just another one of those celebrity wellness fads that'll disappear in a few months? Or is there actually something real behind all the hype? Well, let's find out. All right, so first up, let's just unpack the trend itself. Because this isn't just some quirky little habit anymore. No, it's become a full-blown wellness ritual. And a huge reason for that is all the celebrity love it's getting.
I mean, the list of names is seriously impressive. We're talking J-Lo, Gwyneth Paltrow. They're all out there saying that extra virgin olive oil is part of their secret to glowing skin. And you know, when you have that kind of star power behind something, it's no wonder the trend has just completely blown up.
But here's the thing, and this is the real twist. This new trend, it's not new at all, not even close. It actually has these incredibly deep historical roots that go back for centuries.
You see, for people in the Mediterranean, this isn't a fad. It's just a fundamental part of life, and it has been since ancient times. They've been using olive oil for way more than just cooking. For them, it's been a core part of health and wellness for literally centuries.
So, what's all the fuss about, really? Why are people doing this? Let's dive right into the 5 key health benefits that are supposed to be driving this whole trend.
So here's the breakdown of the promises. And we're talking about a pretty wide range here. Everything from, immediate stuff like better digestion, all the way to long-term protection against some really serious diseases.
Okay, promise number 1 is all about digestion. The idea is that taking a spoonful of extra virgin olive oil in the morning kind of coats your gut, which can help smooth things out and ease those really common, annoying issues like constipation and bloating.
Next up is the promise of steady energy. You know that feeling? The healthy fats in olive oil actually slow down how fast your body absorbs carbs. What does that mean for you? Well, it could mean no more of those dramatic blood sugar spikes, no more of that dreaded afternoon crash, and fewer of those intense sugar cravings.
And that ties right into gut health. The claim is that extra virgin olive oil helps promote the good bacteria in your gut while helping to reduce the bad guys. And apparently taking it on an empty stomach is the way to go, because it helps your body absorb all those good benefits even better.
Okay, now this next part is genuinely fascinating. Extra virgin olive oil has a compound in it called oleocanthal. And get this, it has anti-inflammatory properties that work in a way that's surprisingly similar to a low dose of ibuprofen. I mean, think about that. When you consider how many modern diseases are linked to chronic inflammation, that is a really, really powerful claim.
All right, to get this final promise, we need to quickly talk about something called oleic acid. It's basically the star fatty acid in olive oil. But here's the really cool part. Our own bodies produce the exact same compound when we fast and start burning fat for energy.
So what does that mean? Well, this leads to the 5th and final promise, longevity. Research from experts, including Dr. David Sinclair at Harvard, suggests that when you consume oleic acid, it can sort of trick your body into thinking it's under a bit of stress. And that, in turn, kicks its natural defense systems, and these longevity pathways, into high gear. The big idea? It could potentially lead to a longer, healthier life.
So yeah, the long-term picture here is pretty compelling. We're talking about some really significant potential benefits, from better cardiovascular health to a reduced risk for some of the most serious diseases out there, like cancer and Alzheimer's.
Okay, but before you run to the kitchen and grab a spoon, let's hit pause for a little reality check. Because the author of the piece we're looking at actually put this whole trend to the test with their own 1-month experiment.
And here is the catch, and it's a big one. These benefits, they don't just happen overnight. They really require 2 key things. 1, you have to be consistent. And 2, you need to be using high-quality, extra virgin olive oil. We're not talking about the regular, refined, heat-processed stuff. The good stuff really, really matters here.
So, this brings us back to the author's own experience. What happened after a month? Well, the findings are pretty inconsistent. They noticed some positive effects, for sure, but it was really hard to say if it was all because of that morning spoonful or, something else entirely.
So their final conclusion is a bit more nuanced. It's not a simple yes or no. Yeah, they did feel some benefits. But, and this is a big but, They also pointed out that they already consume what they call Greek levels of olive oil every single day anyway. So for them, just generously pouring it on their food felt way more natural and frankly more enjoyable than this specific morning ritual.
So this really brings us to the central question, doesn't it? What's the final verdict? Is it better to sip that one spoonful in the morning or just to pour it generously on everything?
And I think the real takeaway here is that there's no magic spoonful. It's not a magic bullet. The real benefits seem to come from consistently getting that high-quality extra virgin olive oil into your diet as a whole, not just from one single morning ritual.
So really, you've got two paths in front of you, the specific morning ritual of sipping or the overall lifestyle habit of pouring. And the author definitely leans toward pouring, suggesting that just embracing that whole Mediterranean way of using olive oil generously might be the more practical and enjoyable way to get all the benefits.
And that leaves us with one final thought. Because whether you decide to become a sipper, a pourer, or maybe a little bit of both, the real question is, how are you going to bring this ancient trend into your modern life?